True Empire. True Empire.
Yeah. What's up? It's your host, Ardot Marad. Yeah, you're now locked into a special segment of a True Empire radio show. In this segment, we talk about cars. We talk about automobiles. We talk about a lot of things, and that's what I'm using this segment for. So, I'm interested in buying and selling cars, and everyone pretty much that I know, like friends, family, they all know my first passion is music, but my second one is cars. I love auto. I always loved auto. Even if you listen to my music, I always put an automobile in it. And my first passion is music. Shout out to all the music lovers. But my second passion, it is the automobiles. And I remember when I started selling cars in Georgia, buying and selling cars, and I loved it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep adding the music too in the background. You know what I'm saying? That's something new too that I'm working on right there that you're listening to. Made from Third Lane Prez, and that's something new right there. But definitely the album 13 is coming out soon, and I just wanted to talk about cars. I love cars, man. But this segment is really cool about investing your money and investors and knowing the difference with supporters, your friends, your family, even strangers. And that's what this segment is about. You know what I'm saying? So I had a dream, I had an idea. And before this, I used to be in Atlanta, Georgia with my uncle, he had like a music store. I was helping him with that. And then we had little accessories going on through the music store, like women handbags. We would send money transfers back home to Cam, because we're Haitians, so we used to do that for people from Haiti, people from all types of the Caribbean islands. We used to send money back home for the people. We had the program and the software at our store, so we would do it just like a Western Union. We used to have Western Union also. But I'm not going to go too much on to that. So from there, from when the business wasn't working too well, I started thinking a lot like, yo, what can we do that can make money? You know what I'm saying? So I got introduced to a fella that I know, and he started telling me about why don't I get into the car business, the auto business. And you know what? Me and my cousin, as a kid, we used to always talk about it. But, we was young back then. We didn't know where to start, what to do. There's nobody in our family really, drove us to be entrepreneurs and nothing. It's just stuff we had on our head as a kid as we was working for people. So now that fast forward, I remember starting, I bought my first car at $300, and I put some hubcaps on it, cleaned it, gave it an oil change, because everything ran well. It had AC, the engine was fine, the transmission shifts smoothly. Only thing probably needed like if you wanted to, you could have did a nice little paint job, but you didn't have to. But the inside was clean, the body was cool, And I think I fixed the corner signal light. That was it. I think everything came to like $100. So I paid $300 for the car, maybe everything from oil change, the corner light, hubcaps, $400. Everything came to $400. I turned around, sold it for about $13,500. About $13,500 I sold that vehicle for. So not only I made the money I put into the car, I made the money back. I made that money back plus. And that was a great investment. And from there, that opened my eyes into the market of automobile. And I was like, wow, I want to sell cars. Now I go on to my second purchase. I go get a BMW 740. It was a 1995. It was well kept. It was green. It had like 200,000 miles. I bought it from this Russian guy for like 2,000, about 2,200. But I turned around. I drove it too for a little while, but I turned around and sold it to this guy. It was in Georgia, but he lived in the South, deep in the South of Georgia, not in the Atlanta area. And he drove up to get the car. I was selling it for $3,500 at the time. And I think I drove it for like less than a month. Everything worked good, AC, everything worked. And he came, bought the car for $3,500. Bought it for me. Wow, $35. He was actually trying to sell me his Maxima, some old Maxima he had for $600. And I was like, nah. But yeah, he bought the car for $35. And then from there, I took my money and I searched. I think from there, I bought a Honda for my friend who was getting out the car business. He was a dealer, actually. And I bought a Honda from him for, I think I bought the Honda for like about 11. I turned around, so that was a quick sell. I sold that Honda maybe in 2-3 days for like 16. Sold it for like 16.5 to a good kid that I knew. He was a good kid, so I let him get that for that. And then I went on to, I think I got a Dodge Durango after that. I paid like about 23 for that Dodge Durango. I sold that for 35. And I love the business of cars, you know what I'm saying? So now that I want to do a car business, I tried to get people to invest with me. I couldn't get any investors. Even to this day, I still can't get any investors. Even though everybody knew the ability that I had. The last car that I bought, I think I paid like $5,000 for it. I made like, no lie, in 2 months, like $10,000. Just buying and selling cars. And I had other things going on, like cell phones. I was selling cell phones and stuff like that. But again, now I want to get back into the business the right way. I want to do it right. I want to get the lot. I want to have my dealer license. So, I can do things the way, it's needed, and I want to do that. And it's difficult when you're looking for people to invest in you. People will invest in everything else, even though they've seen you do so much things. And then, matter of fact, I'm not even going to say they even make any money back. People, a lot of people buy things at high prices, like, for instance, like an iPhone. They'll spend $800, $900 on an iPhone, but get nothing back for it. Even when they're about to sell it, they can't sell it back for $800, $900. They might sell it for $500, for $400. It still depreciates. What I'm saying is, I was once listening to a story of a man who said that he asked his friend to invest $25,000 in his business. His friend declined. And then today that business became more than $1 billion. Shout out to Uber. And now his friend is sitting there kicking himself in his ass. He said it. He said, man, If I would have gave him 25,000, I would have had $350 million right now. Wow, that was crazy to say, but that's the world we living in. This is the time we in, and this is why, we need to get together. You need to find real people that can help you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do everything, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you know how to do graphics, but you putting money in with me, you making it better for the business. If you know how to do paperwork, you good with paperwork, not a finance, you making the business greater. And people don't see that. They always think like they just gonna make you rich and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So I've been dealing with this all my life. So right now, I'm just sitting back, and I encourage young people or older people, whoever's listening, if you can't do something but somebody else can, but you can help. You investing. Write it on paper. Do whatever you gotta do so you was there. But don't miss out on the great opportunity. Vice versa. Help your peoples. Hey, if you gave $100 to help somebody do something great, it worked, then it worked. But let's say you gave you $100 and it didn't work. Don't ever be discouraged because you put 100. We buy stuff every time. We don't get that back. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we buy food we don't even like. Sometimes we buy food and we throw it away. Sometimes we do that all the time. How many stuff that you bought that sometimes broke the same day? You know what I'm saying? So never look at investing your money as a throwaway. You know what I'm saying? Always look at it like, let me, if your friend is, selling tickets for his show and you might not go, hey, give your friend $10, support it. Because there's something you might be doing one day that you're going to need his help in. Always remember that. It's always something you might be doing you're going to need somebody help in. And that same person that you didn't help will look at you when you're asking for help like, get a load of this guy. So I'm not saying, you got to give 10, but, help somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, I'm past the 2-minute warning mark. But I just wanted to express some real stuff. You know what I mean? Blow up the spot. And definitely lock in, man. This is True Empire Radio. I'm going to definitely do a nice collective cut where I play all the newest stuff that we've been doing. And I'd like to thank everybody who took the time out to listen. Definitely hit me up. Let me know how you like the show. Please hit me on my Instagram. RMURAD_IM hip hop. Okay, so find me, talk to me. Let's do this, man. I'm ready to do these shows. I'm ready to get on these podcasts. I'm ready to sell cars. I'm ready to get this music rolling. And let's do it, man. Let me help you make a lot of money. Let me help you get on my radio show. You know what I mean? With a little $20 a month to help me out. Let's go. We can do this all together, y'all. It's the only way it's going to work. True Empire. I'm on Murad. Shout out to the whole crew. And you know what it is, man. We don't do phony stuff over here. I don't even do business with shady people. I don't want to talk to people who just talk too much about what they're doing and their money. And they not, you know what I'm saying? They're not even, you're standing there, but they're not even acknowledging that you're working too. So shout out to the haters. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to the real. And like I said, follow me.